Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another Meet the Member. My name is Jon Michael Villagomez. I am the founder, creator, and one of the executive members of Mind Fusion Industries. This is my Halo Reach Spartan, and I chose to start the video off with my avatar to show you a basic gist of what I look like. I didn't have the time to record any live action, but this is one of my favorite scenic maps of Reach, and I chose to show you my Halo Spartan because I started off making Halo Machinima, and you know, no matter how bad we all start off, we all gotta get somewhere, right? And so this is my story. This is my tale, and the story of how not only I became who I am today on YouTube, but how Mind Fusion Industries as a whole came together. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy.
New zombie.
So, I first got started on YouTube back in 2007, which is about a year after YouTube went viral, went, you know, completely popular, and became a mainstream thing, a well-known thing. I had an account where I posted live-action videos that I recorded with my handycam of my dog and my cat, and I used Windows Movie Maker, and I put a bunch of stuff together. It was really dorky stuff, and then I did a tutorial for a glitch on Halo 3 that I found on the level the Covenant, where you can jump into a Phantom and ride it for a little bit. It's a very short time, and then the glitch kills you. So, yeah, but you know, eventually after that, I started up a channel called VII Productions, and the VII is Roman numeral 7. 7 Productions was a company that I came up with a long time ago. It was about, I think it was in 5th or 6th grade, and I was talking to these two guys, and we came up with some ideas together, and we were all into digital fear at the time. And the reason I wanted to start making Halo Machinima is because I've always wanted to make videos, and I saw I was a huge Halo fan, and I saw Pete and Toby, you know, a Halo 2, you know, Machinima short series, and I really liked it, so I started, you know, recording off the TV with my Handycam Halo 2 stuff, and this was way back. You know, this was back in the original channel, Tight Tucker 7 days, right? So eventually, you know, I met these guys, and we were talking about Digital Fear's Deus Ex Machina, which is you know, if you haven't heard of it, it's a superhero machinima about this college kid that is tired of seeing his friends getting killed in a really crappy dystopian society, and so he decides to take the initiative to make change, right? That series will be important again in a little bit. But I worked with them, and we were going to record off of the TV with my camera a series called Visions from the Tongue, which is a comedy about a guy who has the ability to see the future because of something that happened to his tongue. He has like a radioactive tongue or something. It wasn't a direct Deus Ex ripoff. Eventually, you know, that never came off the ground. I think I still have the original script for it somewhere, and then eventually I in 6th grade, I had you know, my 360, you know, I got Live. I got Xbox Live, and I started talking with my friend Christian Carranza. Or Christian Carranza. He watches he got Xbox Live also, and so we started talking and I was really into the machinima scene at this time. Like, I really wanted to do something with it. So I was working with my friends I met online, Spartan Command 2, Carlos Gonzalez, and Uber Taco, Devin something, Ferris Olin, Gavin Mattingly, he's a member of Mind Fusion Industries now, Justin HWD, Justin Arias, and these were all guys that were really, I was really tight with, and at some point, we were working on this series called Spoofs, and it's a really dorky, kind of hard to follow series, but that wasn't our original idea. Our original idea was to make this series called Master Chief and Friends, and it's about like a thing where Master Chief gets sent back in time to tell everybody that the Halo games were true, and like to try and stop this terrible thing from happening. And he meets the way he has to do it is through Xbox Live. So he meets all these this asshole and this really happy-go-lucky guy, and so yeah. Then we decided to do a series called Split, which is about a civil war on a planet called Calizia, and that's probably one of my favorite projects I tried to do so far. It's definitely one of the richest universes I've created, and I've never been able to finish it. I actually was working on rebooting it a while back and giving it the name of Calizia. And I might go back and finish that project. Ellis, Canadian Moose, and a couple other people. I forget exactly who. We were all working on that together. On developing the story. So yeah. Anyways, we got a couple videos out there, and then I was messaged by this guy named Alex Ace Reporter back when my channel wasn't too active, so I decided to message him back, and we started talking a little bit, and then he found this guy. He found this kid that he thought had potential, and he linked me to his video, and the video was called CSI New Mombasa. And the first thing I see when I turn on the voice acting, and my videos weren't that great, but if I wanted to work with somebody, I didn't exactly want to work with somebody that was like awful, right? Like Alex was really good; he was better than I was by far, and so we go into this thing, and the first thing I hear is like some terrible voice acting, and some really bad action sequences or something, and then an intro from CSI Miami with Halo clips, and I'm just sitting there thinking, Alex, why do you want this guy? And at first he's like, well, I think he can, I think he can do it. And I wanted to get out there. I wanted to voice act some more too, because I hadn't voice acted really for anybody else, and so Alex started working with this kid, and I saw a couple videos. I'm like, okay, this is kind of funny, maybe I'll give it a try. So the kid puts out this video, this voice acting audition video, and I decide, hey, let me give it a shot. So I, in a video response, I basically do a voice demo, and he liked it, and of course he did. I mean, it was good. It wasn't great, it was actually kind of shitty, but he didn't have really much to work with, and I wasn't god awful, by my standards it's crappy, but my standards are high. So and I'm sorry, I really don't mean to sound like a snob, but yeah, it's the truth. So this kid, he gets me and Alex working on the projects, and he was working on he was inspired to make this series that he based and he ripped off from Deus Ex Machina, called The Bounty Hunter. And so he got help with that series from Shadow Lord Arc, or Daniel Hammond, one of the members of Mind Fusion Industries. And then, you know, so Alex and I come into the picture, and we're working on both series, The Bounty Hunter and CSI New Mombasa with him. And we don't get very far, but you know, that's practically all we're doing for that period of time. And then we start talking and hanging out and stuff. We add each other on Xbox, play some games, you know, have fun. It's a lot of fun. So the kid's name was Darth Blader 12. Brady Rogers, one of the executive members of Mind Fusion Industries. So we, Alex Ace Reporter, or Alex Wilkinson, or Alex Ace as we like to call him, Brady and I start hanging out, and then I decide to do this thing called Frosted. And Frosted is basically a machinima collab holiday special. And I told Alex and Brady in a message that I wanted to make a, you know, machinima collaboration with them, because we've been hanging out so long. We were all into machinima, and we were all amateurs. So we Alex is like, okay, well, I'll upload a video, put it on private, and we'll use it as a message as a comment thread, because there was no like chat, and we wanted to talk in real time. So we went onto the video, and we basically commented some story ideas for the machinima, and so then I said, okay, well, I'll write it, and we'll split it into 3 parts, and we'll divvy each of the 3 parts up onto our 3 channels. And so that is when Frosted really started to form. And Frosted, like I said, Frosted, it was basically the birth of the collaborative process that would become Mind Fusion Industries. So we Brady didn't get much chance to work on body acting with us, so what we did is we got a couple cameos in there. I wrote in a couple cameos, and we got some people that were fairly well-known machinimators back then. Now you wouldn't even know who they are. To voice for us is little parts here and there, and Alex edited the whole thing. He captured it. I directed it, and wrote it, and Brady voice acted for it, and couldn't participate much in body acting, so really got the short end of the stick. But he did voice act a couple parts that were big, and then I voice acted. We were all narrating over it, and you can find Frosted. Part 1 of it is on my old channel, 7 Productions, and part 2 is on Alex's channel, Alex Ace Reporter, and part 3 is on Brady's channel. So, and it's also here in a playlist on Mind Fusion Industries if you're interested in watching it. So after Frosted, I wanted to keep working together with these guys, because we actually got something done. It was the first, you know, project that I had gotten done, and so I came up with I started talking with Alex about this thing called well, we didn't name it yet, but I was talking to Alex about it, and I wanted to make a collaboration company between the 2 of us originally, and then Alex and I were kicking around ideas, and eventually we came up with the name Mind Fusion Industries. So we started up a channel, and then Brady, he talked to us about joining, so we welcomed him in, and that was the birth of Mind Fusion Industries. And so we started working on some series called The Guardians and stuff like that, and now we're eventually down the road we met people like Spearhead, Dave Evans. He's the creator of Captain Assassin, and through him we met Alejandro Saab, or most of you know him as Kagmaster or Kagi, and all of us, we kind of helped each other out. We progressed each other forward. So when Captain Assassin thrived, Spearhead's Connections thrived, and Mind Fusion Industries thrived off of that. And Brady who has the least life out of, I think, majority of Mind Fusion Industries. I love teasing Brady. I know he's gonna watch this, and I like making fun of him. I love Brady. I love Brady. He's like my brother, my internet brother. So, anyways, Alex, he went on hiatus for a while, and actually just recently, he's kind of back. But anyways, so we all, we worked together. We did really jack crap for a long time because Brady was focused on his own channel, and I didn't really release much content. I wrote a lot, but I didn't do it, and so we were basically nowhere for a while. And then things started getting, hectic in my life, where I started to, film independent movies and stuff like that. I started acting for a lot of different things, and I couldn't, I didn't have the time to dedicate to machinima anymore. So I had to take a step back, and during that step back, Brady, had hit a point where he had gotten partnered with machinima, and he had gotten YouTube partnership, and so he was starting to build his, his community, and so just recently, actually, like a month or two ago, I came back, and I got reintroduced to some people and introduced to some new members, and now we are getting the ball rolling. We're hitting everyone with everything we got, and we're going full force. We're doing our best, and we just really hope that you like what we got. I really hope that you like what we got. So stay tuned. Be on the lookout. Mind Fusion Industries is by no means dead. By no means finished, by no means. On the contrary, we're just getting started.